Is Tushar Dhiman and I am here from Opera Else, and today I will be discussing about the writing module. Basically little basic pattern how we have to write or what types of essays and the graphs are there in the writing module. So first of all, basically you can see it is of at least 1 hour and it contains two tasks, task 1 and the task 2. Task 1 is basically for the graph and the task 2 is essay. As you can see clearly on the screen that the task 1 have the word limit which is not less than 150 words, as it is totally compulsory that we should not write at least less than that limit, and we can write above any limit whichever you want to. Other than that, for the essay we have the word limit which is 250 words. We have to just write 250 words at least, and you can just increase accordingly. So for the both they are having an approximate timing to complete, as you can complete the graph within 20 minutes and you can complete the essay within 40 minutes. Okay, then the next is there are different types. The first one is for the graph. As you can see that there is a proper list of the different types of the graphs which I will be discussing in the further slides. Rather than that, for the essay you can also see there are various types of the essays which I will be continuing. Okay, furthermore, starting with the graph, the task 1, as you can see there is a table, and you can see clearly there is a photo which I have just shown on the screen, and you can clearly imagine that this is the type of a table graph, and you have to just write everything on it. Like they will be giving you a table and you have to just mention the data and make the lines, make comparative terms, and according to that. Okay, then the next is the bar graph, and there is the two types. The first one is the vertical bar graph and the second one is the horizontal bar graph. And for the vertical one you can clearly see next to the picture that it contains the vertical lines and the vertical bars, and even for the horizontal one you can see clearly there is the horizontal lines. Okay, you have to just mention the data in the paragraph and you will be just writing on it. Then the next is the pie chart, and you can see the clearly the photo also, it contains at least 100% and you have to write as in the pie chart they will be just distributing the 100% ratio into the different sections according to the question, and you have to compare accordingly. Then the next is line, and for that there are two types. First one is the monolinear, and for that they are just giving you a single line. You have to describe what is increased at what time and what has been decreased. It will be just according to the graph and the question. The second one is the multilinear, and you will be getting a multiple lines, either 2, 3, 4, it will be depending. Okay, then the next is the development chart. As you can clearly see in the development chart, they will be giving you a particular picture of any place. Either the place could be of a building, either the place could be of any particular area where there is little modification has been occurred. Either the modification would be regarding the past or maybe it would be regarding the future, so it would be depending upon it, and you have to write just the comparison in the both pictures. As you can clearly see there was a lunch room in the corner, top right corner, and it remains same. Then the difference is that on the bottom left corner there is a front desk which has been converted and modified into a more advanced version, as there are many seating areas they have been modified and installed there, so you can just compare accordingly. Okay, then the next is the process chart. So process chart is also kind of a basic thing, and they will be giving you a particular process and you have to describe every process accordingly. Like in this particular photo they are just making the leather items, like how the what types of processes has been happened just to make a particular leather item. Like first of all they have chosen a dry skin, then it is transported to the factory, then they have some washing system has been done, then it is soaking process, then again the further one is the flattening process. So it is a kind of a sequence version and you have to explain according to it. Okay, then next is the flow chart, and flow chart I think so you might be able to imagine that there is a particular steps and you have to follow it, and for that you have to describe the flow, that the first step is this, then second step is this, if this is not happening then another process will be happening. Okay, so it is a kind of a flow chart. Okay, next, the last category is the mixed category, and for that you can clearly see that there are two different types of the graphs which they will be giving to you, and on the above one you can see there is a mixture of the bar graph and the line graph, and even on the below graph you can see the mixture of pie chart and the bar graph. So they will be giving you any mixture whatever they will feel like, so it is a kind of a mixture graph. Okay, now coming to the basic pattern of the graph, and you can see clearly that there is an introduction. In the initial movement you have to write a proper introduction which is containing the rephrasing of a question, as I will be discussing you, just it is kind of a basic pattern which we have to follow. The first one is the introduction, then comes the overall. Overall, you have to describe what you can properly see, or the first glance which you have from the graph, you have to write in the overall. Like I have written that you can write the maximum, minimum, or the main feature of the graph which you are able to see. Okay. Then the next is the body paragraph 1 and the body paragraph 2, and for that you can just divide all of the graph into the two sections, and you can write all of the comparative terms and all of the statements which you want to just explain about the graph in this body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. So if you want to imagine this paragraph, or you can say imagine this pattern, as you can just recall that it is a kind of a movie. Introduction is a kind of a name of the movie, and you have to just represent it to in front of the audience. And the next one is the overall. Overall is a kind of the trailer which you have to show to the people so that they can get impressed, as overall just contains only the key features, the main thing, not a proper detail thing. Okay. Then for the bb1 and the bb2, it is a kind of a basic movie, and it is divided into the part 1 and the part 2, or you can say before interval movie and the after interval movie. Okay, and you have to just explain it accordingly. So even I have also written a particular example of this graph. It is a basic example, and you can just write this particular paragraph or the pattern in all of the categories. Like for example, you can see the question here, and it contains the pie chart as you can see in the photograph. So the question was, the chart below shows the percentage of the monthly household income spent on the various items by the two different groups in European country. As they are saying that there is an household items and their spendings which are done by the European country. And now according to the paragraph or the pattern, you can see first one is the introduction, and you can write like this. The pie chart, pie graph or the pie chart depicts the information regarding two different groups proportion of spending average money each month in a country of Europe. So it is a kind of a same thing, same meaning which I can understand from the question, also same meaning which I can understand from the introduction. The only difference is that just I have just converted into the active and passive form, or I have just converted a little bit, I have changed the sentence. So it is a kind of a rephrasing. So this is the only thing of the introduction. Then came the overall. So overall, as I told you, you can write the main key features which you can easily observe. Like here I have written overall, maximum percentage of the expenditure in the low income group is on the food and the drink. The maximum one was on the low income, whereas is a kind of a comparative term. Okay, and for that I have written least is on the restaurant and the hotel. Moreover, so I have just compared one graph's main key feature in the first part. Then according to the moreover, I have just additionally added the second pie chart. Okay, in the high income group, clothing was least sector, and the miscellaneous was dominating the field. Dominating means it is leading in it. So I have just written an overall with the striking features which I can see. Then coming to the comparative term, which you can see on the screen, is a kind of a basic comparative term, like more than, higher than, less than, whereas, while, similar, identical. And you can use these all comparative terms in the paragraph, as you can see in the below slide that when I have written the body paragraph 1 and the 2, and for that I have written, it is crystal clear from the graph that the expenditure of the money on the fuel bill is in the low income group is higher than in high income group. I have just described a comparative term here. Okay, you can just make sentences accordingly. Even there is a usage of the whereas which I have used here, like money used by the higher income group on transport is 16%, whereas by low income group is 9%. So it is a kind of comparison between both of them. Okay, so like this you have to make proper BP and the proper paragraph of 1 and paragraph 2. Just you have to divide all of the pie chart or any other graph in two halves, and you have to describe in half the BP1 and half in the BP2. Okay, so this is a kind of a basic pattern of graph. Now shifting to the essay. So essay, as I have told you that there are also different types of essays, and the basic essay pattern which you can imagine is like this. So for the basic pattern, it is a kind of a little bit quite similar to the graph one, but there is little bit difference. As for the introduction, you have to rephrase the question, or you can just convert the question or the statement according to your preference. Then you have to additionally add a thesis line. So thesis line is the, you can say, the line which the question is, in the question they will be asking you a particular question, that do you agree with this statement or do you disagree with the statement. They will be asking this, and in the thesis line you have to write its answer. like I completely agree with this statement or I completely disagree with the statement. So it is a kind of a thesis line which I have written various thesis lines in the below, and you can just learn it from there. So moreover, in addition to this also, you have to line a particular outline. So outline is that thing as you have to write a proper topic point and topic point 2, which you have to describe in the paragraph, as you might be having any 2 points which you will be discussing on your question, and those 2 points you will be just writing here. You have to not explain in the outline. So you can explain this topic point in the paragraph 1. As you can see in the body paragraph 1, you have to describe firstly the topic sentence. In the topic sentence, it is a kind of a sentence starter, like initiating with, commencing with, anything if you want to add. Okay, then you have to write an essay topic. What your essay is. Like for the pollution, if we imagine the essay is regarding the pollution, then we can write commencing with the different causes of the pollution, which is the first one is the vehicles, high usage of the vehicle. So topic point is the high usage of the vehicle. Okay, then you have to elaborate it. Elaborate means you can say you have to explain it in a proper way and in a proper detail way. At least you can say 2 to 3 lines in which we can properly imagine what you are going to say about this point. Okay, in addition to this, you can add a particular example. Either you can write a survey or you can write a report, but I personally recommend that you can include your personal examples, that I personally observed this was happening, that this was happening to this city, which I gained the knowledge from a newspaper. Like this type of example you can just add. And it is also kind of an optional one. It would be varying according to the question's demand, as they will be asking you a particular example on the question. So you have to just observe the question properly. Then in the end, you have to attach a particular effect. Like I was talking about the pollution, and the pollution was caused due to the high usage of the vehicles. Like the many gases and the fumes are just exhausted from the vehicles, which is affecting our health also, as if we are consuming it, we are suffering from respiratory problems. So suffering from respiratory problems is a kind of an effect for it. And whatever I have conveyed in just previous second, it is a kind of a proper BP. Okay, then coming to the BP2, and for the BP2 you have to write the second point. The paragraph pattern would be the same, but you have to explain from the second point of view. Like first one we have described about the vehicles, then you can describe about the factories, as they are also causing the pollution, or any another reason if you can imagine. Okay, so now till this point we have written the introduction with the 3 points in it. Then you have written a body paragraph which also contains at least 4 points in it, and you have to make a proper BP paragraph. Same with the paragraph 2 also. So till this we have done completely clear, you can say 3 paragraphs. Then the last paragraph will be the conclusion one, and for the conclusion you can again write an outline, which means the 2 points which you have just described before, and then you can rephrase the question again. Okay, so if you have to imagine this point also, or this pattern, if you want to imagine or learn, again I will be taking an example of the movie also. Okay, like for example introduction would be same like the trailer of a movie, as they are just explaining about the proper main points, or they are just creating a suspense. So in the introduction we are just describing our movie with the suspense only, not a proper one. Okay, so it is an introduction which is a trailer. Then is the body paragraph 1, which is the first part of the movie. Body paragraph 2, which is the second part of the movie, before interval and after interval. Then in the conclusion you can say that when we came out after watching the movie outside from the theater, we usually give a reviews about what the movie was, or what type of movie is this. Okay, at that moment it is a kind of a conclusion means we are giving our feedback. Okay, so now coming to the different types of the essays. As you can clearly see, the first one is the agree and disagree essay, which I just described with the help of example also, and it contains at least 100% of it. Okay, like first taking an example of a question: pollution is increasing day by day, do you agree or disagree? This is your question. Then now coming to the introduction, how you have to write it. Coming to the rephrasing part, nowadays there is a huge increment being observed in the pollution. So what I did here is that just I have rephrased the question. Okay, rephrasing means just I have changed the line into the active and passive form. The meaning of the line is just the same. Okay, then I have additionally added thesis line. I told you we have to just give the answer of a particular question. Like the question was, do you agree or disagree? And for this I have written a thesis line. I have completely agree with this statement. Okay, now coming to the outline, because Here we can just attach to this particular line thesis because of increase in industries and usage of the vehicles. So these 2 points are my points which I am going to describe in BP1 and the additional one in BP2 respectively. Okay, industry one you can see I have described in the BP1, and for the vehicle one I have described in BP2. See, you can I have highlighted with the green color and the purple color. You can just imagine it properly. Okay, now coming to the BP1, as you can clearly see the topic sentences to begin with, just the starting point or how we can start a particular BP. Then you can see more construction of the factories is one of the reason. So this is our point, factories is the main reason due to which pollution is increasing in the current days. So this is our question. So same thing which I described in the pattern I have did here. This is the topic sentence. Then what I did is I explained my topic. So in the explanation I have written, as to fulfill people's demand, there is a huge requirement of the factories to produce the goods. However, while options such as the factories emitting operations such as factories emitting toxic chemicals which get mixed with the water and pollute them, even soil is also damaged because of it. I have just explained proper point which I am going to describe. Okay, this is an explanation. Even then I have included an particular example, like you can see, as a report been published by the Pollution Control Center of India. You can give any particular example. Okay, reveals that since the past year there is a considerable jump in the proportion of a harmful containment of water in Noida because of the factories constructed averagely. So I have just explained a particular scenario of India, that in the Noida city and there are huge factories and they are just causing the pollution. Even it is also been calculated by the control center, pollution control center. So it is an example which is optional one. If you have a good explanation, you can just explain it in a proper way. If you are have the shortage of the explanation, then you can add an example. Okay, then in the end I told you about the effect. So here is the effect. The effect is, as a result, people drinking contaminated water suffers from the many diseases related to the liver, kidney, or even sometimes blood, which is life threatening. So it is a kind of a proper BP. So you can see, imagine, you can just imagine this all like the same thing which I told you in the pattern. I have did this same thing in our BP. Now same thing I did with the BP2 also. For that we can just write the vehicle usage and we can explain it in a proper way. And in the end, for the conclusion, I told you that we are giving a review after, or you can say the feedback of a particular movie. So this is my feedback, which is increment of the transport with the industrials are leading to major problems suffered by the pollution which is of population, which is of pollution. Population is suffering from major problem which is pollution by transports and the industries. This is my conclusion. Okay, so this is the kind of a basic pattern. Now coming to the other type, again they could be asking about the advantage or disadvantage. The thesis line is there are different advantages like this and this, or if you are going to the disadvantage side, you can just describe the different advantages are this and this. Okay, so basically there I have written that a single side which is 100%, and you can imagine that you have to write only on the one side. If you are having points regarding the advantage, then you will be writing both BP1 and the BP2 for advantages. If you are for the disadvantage, then you have to write both BP1 and BP2 for the disadvantage. Okay, it is a kind of a 100% essay. Same with the agree and disagree also. Now coming to the positive and the negative point, which is the third category. Again it is where it is written or, you can just imagine that you have to write only on the one side, and the thesis line would be the same. It is a dash line which is positive or negative according to you because of the point 1 and the point 2. Okay, now coming to our second category, which is the both side, which is 50-50%. And for that you can clearly see there are at least three types of it: problem, solution, and the reason, or you can say reason, problem, and the solution. They will be just dividing these three categories into the 3-1. Like they will be asking you about what are the problems and the reasons. Okay, for that you can write in the BP1 problem 1, along with it you can attach the reason 1. Okay, like taking an example of pollution again. The problem is the huge vehicles are being constructed, which is the reason, you can say. The problem is traffic jam, you can say. Okay, same for the BP2, you can write the problem which is the respiratory diseases or the respiratory problems because of the pollution caused by factories, and the factory one is the reason, you can say. Okay, so this is a kind of a pattern for the problem and the reason. Same goes with the problem and the solution. Okay, give a particular problem one, then for it you can give a solution for it. Then for the problem 2, for the BP2 you can say the problem 2, then attached to it you can give solution 2. Okay, then the third one is the reason and the solution. Give first reason in the BP1 along with the solution, then in the BP2 reason 2 along with the solution 2. Okay, now coming to our third category, again coming to the 100% side, they will be asking you about an opinion. Pollution is increasing day by day, give your opinion. Okay, they have just give you the freedom whatever you want to convey in it, so you can just write according to me, which is the thesis line, and for the outline you can describe about your own point whichever you want to. Okay, this is a kind of a freedom essay, you can write anything on it. Okay, just your opinion, either you agree, disagree, either you want to write an advantage or disadvantage, anything. Okay, now coming to the another category, which is the direct question. And the direct question is that they will be asking you a particular question. Okay, like you can imagine that they will be saying what are the reasons for increasing pollution nowadays. So this is an question and you have to just give a direct answer for it. Okay, like in the thesis line also give direct answer for the question whatever the question will be, then in the outline point 1 and point 2 and describe in the BP1 point 1 and in the BP2 point 2. Okay, now coming to the double tracked question, they will be asking you about the two questions. Okay, like they can just correlate this with our previous one, like what are the problems of this first question, what are the solution of this, which is the second question. Okay, you can just write the first question in the BP1, second question in the BP2, or there might be some other questions like people are facing difficulties nowadays, so what are the difficulties faced by the youngsters, first question. So and the second question would be what are the difficulties faced by the old people. So these are the two questions and you have to describe first question in BP1, second question in the BP2. Okay, then comes the both view with opinions, and for the both views you can just see it is also a 50-50% essay, and you have to just write BP1 on the view 1 and the BP2 on the view 2, which is the question 1 on the BP1 and the question 2 in BP2. Even now there is some additional thing which is attached to it, as the question will be discuss both views and give your opinion. Now we have to attach our opinion also. Okay, now there is some additional work which we have to do in this type of category, that for that we can make BP1, then we can make BP2. This pattern is basic. Okay, now additional thing is that we can also make BP3. For that we have to write our opinion in it. Okay, it is also kind of an optional one. If you don't have any opinion or you have no explanation about it, then you can just attach your opinion with the conclusion, nothing else, no extra work you have to do, just you have to just give according to me or just according to my perspective, anything, just give your opinion in BP3 or give your opinion in conclusion. Okay, now coming to our last category, which is our 70-30 percentage. Okay, and for that you will be having a category which is first of all the what extent do you agree or disagree. Okay, do advantages outweigh disadvantages. Okay, or you can have the category regarding the overweigh, do advantages overweigh the disadvantages. So it is a kind of a limit, they are asking you what limit you are in the favor of it. Okay, for that you can say they will be having a 70-30 percentage. And for example, see, I have written a particular example for this category. Okay, first of all, coming to the question, to what extent do you agree or disagree, they are asking about the limit, to what limit do you agree or disagree. If we are going to a particular in the favor of agree, you can see that I largely agree. Okay, it is a limit and we can describe the limit that I largely agree with this statement, which means 70%, and for that we have to describe BP1 and BP2 for this 70% agree part. Okay, then additional one is the 30%, which is the disagree part, and you can just make the third BP for it. Okay, like body paragraph 1 agree 1 point, body paragraph 2 agree 2 point, and in additional to the 30% one we can describe, we have to describe body paragraph 3 with disagree point, like 70% BP1 BP2, 30% BP3, otherwise everything is same. Okay, this is only the additional part and here we just conclude. Okay, I hope so you are able to analyze all of the pattern of the IELTS writing. So this is Tushar Diman signing out and thank you.